The year was 56 BCE. Julius Caesar, the rising star of Roman politics, was embroiled in his campaign to conquer Gaul. This vast territory encompassing modern-day France presented Caesar with a myriad of challenges. Gaul was a mosaic of tribes, some friendly to Rome, others fiercely independent. Caesar faced not only military challenges, but also the daunting task of consolidating his conquests and ensuring Roman control over the newly acquired lands. Among the many threats Caesar faced, the Veneti, a seafaring people inhabiting the Atlantic coast of Gaul, emerged as a formidable foe. Masters of the sea, the Veneti controlled trade routes and commanded a powerful fleet that dwarfed anything Rome could muster in the region. They were renowned for their shipbuilding skills and the treacherous waters they navigated with ease. Caesar, ever the strategist, recognized the threat they posed to Roman ambitions in Gaul. The Veneti, emboldened by their naval superiority and sensing Roman vulnerability, made a daring move. They seized Roman envoys sent to negotiate with them, a blatant act of defiance against the might of Rome. This act of aggression was not merely a local uprising, but a challenge to Roman authority that resonated throughout Gaul. Caesar, known for his swift and decisive action, could not let this stand. The Veneti's defiance had ignited a fire, and Caesar was determined to quench it no matter the cost. The Veneti's rebellion sent shockwaves through Roman ranks. They were accustomed to the land, to the clash of legions on open battlefields. The sea, however, was a different beast altogether. The Roman navy, while formidable in the Mediterranean, was ill-equipped to handle the rough Atlantic waters and the Veneti's unique ships. These vessels, built of oak with sturdy sails of leather, were far superior to the lighter Roman galleys. The Veneti ships, larger and more robust, sat higher in the water. This gave them a significant advantage in combat. Roman tactics relied on ramming and boarding enemy ships. The Veneti, with their superior height, could rain down javelins and other missiles, keeping the Romans at bay. Their knowledge of the tides, currents, and hidden shoals of the Atlantic coast gave them an almost mythical advantage. Caesar faced a dilemma. To defeat the Veneti, he would need to adapt his tactics and overcome the challenges posed by the sea itself. He needed a fleet, and he needed it fast, but more importantly, he needed a strategy to counter the Veneti's naval superiority. Caesar, never one to back down from a challenge, met the Veneti's defiance head-on. Recognizing the need for a new approach, he ordered the construction of a fleet specifically designed to counter the Veneti ships. His legions, accustomed to land battles, were now tasked with mastering the art of naval warfare. Shipyards along the Loire River buzzed with activity as Roman shipwrights, guided by Gallic allies familiar with the Atlantic, worked tirelessly to build a fleet capable of taking on the Veneti. Caesar's new ships were designed with the Veneti's strengths in mind. He instructed his engineers to build vessels with lower profiles, making them less vulnerable to the Veneti's height advantage. He also understood the need for stability in the rough Atlantic. His ships were designed with heavier anchors and stronger hulls to withstand the battering waves. Recognizing the limitations of traditional ramming tactics, Caesar sought a way to negate the Veneti's maneuverability. His solution was ingenious. He ordered the creation of large hooks, known as harpacks, attached to long ropes. These hooks, when launched by catapults, would snag the Veneti ship's rigging. This would immobilize their ships, dragging them down and allowing the Romans to board and engage in hand-to-hand combat, where they excelled. With a new fleet and innovative tactics at his disposal, Caesar was ready to meet the Veneti on their own terms. The stage was set for a clash of titans off the treacherous shores of Gaul. The Battle of Morbihan, as it came to be known, was a clash unlike any other in Roman history. The Veneti, confident in their naval superiority, met Caesar's fleet head-on. The waters of the Bay of Quiberon churned as hundreds of ships, Roman and Veneti, locked in a deadly dance. The wind howled, whipping the waves into a frenzy, and the air crackled with tension. The Veneti, initially dismissive of the Roman fleet, quickly realized they had underestimated their enemy. Caesar's ships, though smaller, were faster and more maneuverable. The Roman soldiers, newly trained in naval warfare, fought with the same discipline and ferocity they displayed on land. The harpax proved to be a decisive weapon. Launched with deadly accuracy, they ensnared the Veneti ships, dragging them down, their sails collapsing like wounded birds. The battle raged for hours, a chaotic melee of crashing oars, splintering wood, and the cries of dying men. Slowly but surely, the tide turned in Rome's favor. The Veneti, their ships crippled and their formations broken, began to falter. Their defeat was crushing. The destruction of their fleet marked the end of their rebellion and solidified Roman control over the Atlantic coast of Gaul. Victory over the Veneti secured Caesar's western flank, but a new threat emerged from beyond the Rhine Germanic tribes, their eyes set on Gaul's fertile lands. Caesar, ever vigilant, decided to counter this potential threat. His strategy, however, was not solely focused on military might. He understood the power of fear and awe. He would cross the Rhine, not to conquer, but to demonstrate Roman power and deter any thoughts of invasion. His chosen weapon, a bridge, not just any bridge, but a marvel of engineering constructed in just 10 days. Caesar's legions, utilizing their famed discipline and efficiency, felled trees, assembled prefabricated timbers, and drove pilings into the riverbed. The bridge, a testament to Roman engineering prowess, spanned the mighty Rhine, a symbol of Roman power projected into the heart of Germania. The impact was immediate and profound. The Germanic tribes, witnessing this feat of engineering, were awestruck. The message was clear. Rome possessed the skill and the will to reach out and strike at any time. Caesar, after crossing the Rhine and receiving the submission of local tribes, returned to Gaul and dismantled the bridge. The message, however, remained. The Rhine, once a barrier, was now a symbol of Roman reach and power. Caesar's daring act had achieved its goal: deterrence through a display of unmatched engineering and military might.